Arturo Dark Knight. He's one of our best listeners. Oh, UV.
Okay.
UV? Did you just say UV?
Why is there a chicken in my parking lot?
Hey, happy hump day to all you skewers out there. Whip out your pickles. Get that pickle hype going. Get the hype going in general. It's a hump day to all you guys, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to the longest running live stream in the Star Wars Galaxy of Hero community. RSG coming live at you to talk about the latest and greatest in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes and give you a little bit of insight of what it all means. I'm your host with the most, Ranger J 1999. Glad to have you guys here. Let me hear you in chat. Do it. Joining me for this is Finity, the troll extraordinaire.
Hi, peoples.
There he is. Okay, and then we also got we've got the sexy Buddha himself, the lightsaber builder extraordinaire, Sir Loki.
Hey, good afternoon.
And as you guys see, we've got a whole bunch of new emojis and stuff in the chat for you that you guys can put in there. So have fun. And yes, Rose Taco, I did get behind me. You can see the Chewie has arrived, ripping the head off the Porg. That will be there in memorial. Suck it, Finn. Suck it hard and suck it long, Trebek. So that will be a friendly reminder since Finn wanted to be a butthole today. I decided that it worked out perfectly, Rose Taco. I got it, and I immediately went up there. So, yes. Booyah. Suck it, Finn. Suck it hard and suck it long.
It was totally worth it, right, Ravinator?
It was worth it.
It was totally worth it.
Yeah, how are you feeling right now? How about now, Finn?
Now the lunch stream made it
Look
worthwhile.
at it,
I'm
Finn.
good.
Look at it.
I know. I'm still good from the lunch stream.
Yeah,
So
no,
I'm
you're
good.
not. Finn's BSing. He's feeling very horrified at the moment that the special gift that Rose Taco gave to me is behind there right now. So anytime Finn acts up, I can just go over there and hit Chewie on the chest and just roar, and we'll pretend to lift up the Porg's head as blood comes out of it and stuff. It's fantastic. So make sure you guys say hello in chat. Let's break down what we're going to do here. We're going to have some fun this Wednesday. I know a lot of stuff's going on there. Public service announcement from the folks at RSG. Make sure you wash your hands, practice your social distancing. Be safe out there, guys. We don't want you getting the coronavirus. We want you to be safe. So look out for one another. Look out for your fellow skewers. Look out for your fellow man and woman. All right, that's our public services announcement. So make sure you wash your hands. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. If you're watching this right now, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Subscribe. We're getting a lot of subscribers. We want to keep pushing. We're going for that goal of 5K. We want to get to 5K subs. So if you would like to help support us with that, please feel free to do that as well. Very much important and appreciate it. Share the stream with people in your guild. Get them on over here. Come on. You know RSG kicks ass. Come on, bring your friends, bring your family, bring your dog, bring whatever. Bring those, whatever it means. But you're going to have to help us get there, but we appreciate you guys being here, hanging out with us tonight. Also, we got all kinds of fun stuff that you can see in there. We got lots of emojis for you guys. You can do super chats with all kinds of fun stickers and things like that you can put in there. And then we've also got over on Twitch, you can play lots of fun
Ranger,
stuff.
you have to use the other one. You just missed a
Did
word.
I? Okay, let me switch. I'll switch.
I'll replay it. I'll replay
Okay.
it for you, Kitty Yetta. Don't worry. Once Ranger switches over.
Okay, I've switched over. Let me make sure I'm on the game one. I am. It's going to take a second to load, though. All right, so we're getting the new...
Hey, Finn, what's long and green? It smells like Miss Piggy.
No.
My finger! Yeah!
Oh my god. There we go.
Yes!
That was Kitty Yoda's.
So if you're over there on Twitch, you can do fun little emotes like that. You can do bits and get all kinds of ones. We have tons of those over there. So super chat, you've got the emojis, you've got everything. Feel free to play all those and have fun. They're there for you guys. So have fun with all those, and we're more than glad for you guys to play as many as you want. So there's a lot of new ones. I heard some of them today. I mean, they're pretty outrageous. So we will get interrupted, I'm sure, quite frequently with the new emojis and sound bits over on Twitch and all the stuff. So there you go. So glad to have you guys here. We'd like to start off the stream by shouting out all you guys. So we have a shout out word of the day. Finn, what is our shout out word of the day?
The shout out word of the day is fool. F-O-O-L. Like pool, but with an F. So fool. F-O-O-L.
And because it's April Fool's, so I'll make sure you put it in there. F-O-O-L. Don't come crying to us when you don't put something, spell it correctly. We won't shout out your name unless you do it. JC, yes, there is a Kermit taken. What is the Kermit taken one over on Twitch, Finn?
So you don't have to go to Twitch, by the way. If you go to the description and you go to the Stream Elements link, you can donate there, and you'll actually, that one is actually, I'm updating it actually right now. But it's $20.08 or 2008 bits.
So there you go.
For the full taken thing, because it takes a while and completely derails.
Yeah, so there you go.
Every time.
Yeah. So if you want to get that, you can. It's over on the Twitch one, right? It's 2008 bits, right?
Or
Twitch.
to the Stream Elements direct donation.
Yeah, so there you got that one. There's a whole bunch of stuff. I'm sure they'll get played. People will do bits.
There are some that are in the description right now. I'm actually about to update them because we had some updates very recently with a bunch more. So I'm actually just about to update that with the full list of things you guys can donate through Stream Elements and get the
there you go
sound effects for.
So those should play for you guys. So if you guys want to play those, you can. We'll let them play out for you guys.
I believe I can touch the sky.
There it is.
I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know who you are.
Oh, here we go.
I don't know what
It's
you
Alvin
want.
and the Chipmunks, man.
Nope,
If you're looking
shush.
for
We're
ransom-
doing the Kermit one.
I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills that I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, there will be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
There you go. Thank you, Meow Meow, for the Kermit ticket one. Oh my God. And then Vimatsu with a $2 super chat says, what time is story time with Grande? Grande is a little busy tonight. We're dealing with some sicky kids. So, yeah. So, probably will not get a Grande madness. You never know. He might just pop in when you least expect it. So, there you go. So, yep. So, says, yep, totally worth it. So there you go.
How's business?
Oh God. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, this is starting off fantastic.
Oh,
if you guys refresh, by the way, I have all the Stream Element donation amounts there too.
I mean,
You guys
Jesus.
can do all the Stream Elements ones. So yeah, just hit refresh and look in the description. You guys will see the direct Stream Elements one, where if you guys don't want to donate directly through Super Chat, but if you donate through Stream Elements, you can actually get some special sound effects too with your stuff.
I'm just waiting for more to pop up every time I starts talking. They start popping up out of So they shall come. Oh yes.
Jasa trying to get Grande to magically show up.
Yeah, it's just I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Like there were so many panties.
No.
I got a bunch of panties. I was like, stop saying that word. I hate it.
There you go. Finn, we've unleashed monsters with these. Jesus.
Apparently.
How's business?
Oh God.
They're just unleashing everything right
Oh
now.
my god.
Business is good.
They're just like having a conversation with the emojis right now.
The business is
With
good
the
one.
donations.
The business good one was the image. God.
Yeah.
Oh god.
This is. We're gonna get. You got a bunch of Grande clips instead, Jason. Man.
Oh no. Oh my god.
Oops, we did it again. We messed up the game, and we don't know.
Jesus. Oh, there's your Grande stuff for the.
Oh my god. Are you sure you want more Grande after all
boy,
of this? I mean, that's a lot of Grande right there.
Oh, Jesus.
No ethnic grocery store ones yet.
Not yet.
Get it to come up.
Oh my god.
Oh, God. You saw that one, Loki, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know why Finn looks disgusted. He's the one that he created the images for these. Oh, God. Ouchie just with a $6.66 donation. Jesus.
Damn it, Ouchie! God,
Always gets Finn.
This is bad.
Yes, this is bad Grande after
Steve Buscemi
Oh my god.
from...
Oh my god. Oh my god. Not nice.
And I only had one baby. He said the next one would be just a tip, and he lied. We ended up with it. We ended up with 2 babies.
Oh, God.
It's not nice, Ouchie.
There was a way to put like us on top of each other.
Jesus Christ. I mean, they're just...
My pickle squad is in my pants, sir. In my pants.
I wish I could get it to come up.
Oh my god, we're just... These guys are out of control.
Now, guys, I try, but I have a lot of other things I have to do. I have to paint my nails. I have to look good. Plus I've been too busy just getting just the tip that I'm just telling you. I just haven't had time to get your cross stitch done. It's just...
That's a good one, man.
Why are you pushing me? Just stop pushing me, okay? That's all I'm saying. Stop pushing me. I have things I have to get done.
Oh my god. This is gonna be like a thing now. Like, how long before we can actually get started? Ridiculous. You guys...
I wish I could get it to come up.
Oh my god,
I'm gonna die.
you guys are completely crazy.
What a big venom.
God.
Oh my god.
It's awful.
Oh, she's not watching this. Oh no.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
What have we done?
Really?
I think about it every night and day.
What have we done?
Spread my wings and fly away.
Oh my god.
Oh,
We heard. Oh my god. Just the random sheepies. Oh my god.
what does the fox say? Do, 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 do.
Ring, 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 ring.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Freaking sheepy.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna tell a lie. Desert you.
No, 1L73. I did not prepare for this kind of insanity right now. Oh my god.
Well, John just cheered 401, but nothing came through.
Oh, because the 401 was the April Fool's stuff that was only available for the one stream. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
James, message me what else you would want instead.
Like, there were so many panties. I got a bunch of panties. I was like, stop saying that word. I hate it.
Oh my god, you guys are hype training on Twitch right
Jesus,
now.
we're gonna hype train.
We're on
We're not
YouTube.
doing it. We haven't done anything yet. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh
This
Jesus
is ridiculous.
Christ. God. Oh my god.
James, message me what else you would want instead of the 401. I'll play some other ones for you, special for that. Yeah, because the 401 is disabled. That was an April Fool thing just for the lunch stream. If you guys aren't sure what happened, go ahead and check the lunch
Porg
stream.
in a cup. Porg in a cup. It's a porg in a cup.
What the hell is that? Jesus Christ.
It's porg in a cup.
Oh my god.
My pickle squad is in my pants, sir. In my pants.
Oh my god. I don't know whoever gets started at this point.
No. I'm just waiting. This madness, man. Absolute madness.
Yeah.
You still went up to a homeless person and said, "How's business?" First of all,
Yes, I did. I asked him how business
which
was.
is awful.
I mean, he's an entrepreneur, right?
I'm just gonna let that one just slide off, and then to make matters worse, you asked him how business is, which is a homeless person,
Yeah.
and gave him pretend not real money for a batting cage from a place that doesn't. It's not even open right now, which he can't even enjoy.
He can enjoy it later.
Oh my god. Just break that up, but I saw that.
Showing.
What is happening?
I don't know what's happening right now. We've lost this.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Alright, I have to play one here for James. James, I hate you so much right now. Damn it, even though I'm the one that played it, it still gets me. Damn you, James. Oh my god. James. I hate you, James.
How's business?
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Oh.
Wow.
Business is good.
That killed me.
You guys are. Oh my god. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this
I
anymore.
have a headache now because I've been laughing so much. Oh,
Yeah, I know.
no.
Oh, god.
How's business?
Stop asking us how business is. Damn it. Damn it, I'll be right back.
I don't know who you are.
Oh god!
I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills.
What are we supposed to talk about today?
Over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, there will be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Thank you, Jason, for
Business is good.
Oh my god.
Business is bad.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh god. She said it's like Christmas.
I know. God, it's like the combination of things. It's like.
I be a pirate.
Oh my god. Completely nuts.
Oh my god, what is happening?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening right
He
now.
said it's just a tip, and I gotta carry this thing around for 9 months.
Oh no!
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's freaking shapey.
Like, there were so many panties. I got a bunch of panties. I was like, stop saying that word. I hate it.
Jesus Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god.
God.
You can just hush.
Oh my god. You guys are ridiculous.
Oh boy.
This is good.
I can't look at that one.
This is bad.
I know, the freaking random sheepies just like randomly thrown in there. Like, this is good, bad. Oh my god.
The best one was right after McVenum's one. I hate that word.
Freaking sheepy.
Okay. There it is again. Random sheepy. Jesus.
Oh my god. I told you sheepy was awesome. Oh my god. At some point we will get to the news of the week.
I mean, holy Jesus.
Uh
Oh my god.
you guys
starting to quiet down a little bit. Okay, good.
Thank you guys so much.
Alright, starting to calm down. Nope. CBO just cheered 200, but he didn't.
Oh,
get anything.
CBO with 200. You know what? Let's give him a double Wookiee. CBO donated. Actually, you know what? We'll give him just for that. Make sure you guys, if you guys are donating bits on Twitch in the
You
panel,
can just hush.
you guys are donating on Twitch, check the panel for the cheers so you guys can see what you donate for what. But here, I'll give a CBO the tip amount included. This one's really just a tip specific one, but since CBO donated, here we go.
Sure.
Hey Finn, what's long and green? It smells like Miss Piggy.
No.
My finger. Yeah.
Oh my god. That was for you, CBO.
Oh boy.
This is.
Hey Finn, what's long and green? It smells like Miss Piggy.
No.
My finger.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, back to back. Jason. Oh my god.
Oh no. That hurts. I can't. I mean, I got.
So this one doesn't have the cup of plenty, Dr. Gonzo. We'll add that here. That's the next thing to come on this one. So we're doing updates. We're switching from Streamlabs to Stream Element. So we have to change that up. But instead, there's all these new sound effects and stuff that you guys are getting. We'll work on the cup. Don't
I
worry.
wish I could get it to come up.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Loki, you have to keep us on track here.
I can't stop them, man. It's overwhelming. We've been laughing for 25 minutes already.
I know.
Oh my
It's
god.
awesome, man.
Oh. Every time I get ready to start doing something.
That's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. You guys are awesome.
Yeah. Jesus. Woo! A lot of damage
okay.
tonight.
Okay, focus, Ranger. Focus.
All right.
Okay, time to focus.
All right. Here
Talk
we go.
about the stuff in the community.
Stupid sheep.
Damn it! Okay, let's try again. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna talk about the news now, Ranger. Okay. What is the first thing? God, it's like 27 minutes in. Okay. What are we gonna talk about?
I don't know. What are we going to talk about? My brain hurts too much right now.
God. Let's go with the April calendar. How about that? Let's start with the April calendar.
Didn't we do that last week? This came out.
Did we talk about
yeah,
IG88?
we did talk
I don't
about,
think
yeah.
we did.
Yeah, we talked
We
about
did?
it last week. Yeah, there's been no post
Okay.
since last Wednesday. I'm not kidding you.
Well, we've had a couple of things we didn't talk about. So,
well, the one thing we need to talk about is we've got the new. Let's talk about the new Rey event and Kylo event. We didn't get the chance to really get into those last week because they had just been announced, right? So we, look, you've had time to play the events and stuff. Let's get your opinion on overall, like the ticket system, the events, your general thoughts as you work on getting your Rey. But now your Rey, you're working on the ultimate abilities, correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the ultimate. It's 70 tickets to get the ultimate. The drop rates for me have been hit or miss. They're either pretty good or they're extremely bad. Meaning you can sim 20 battles on a 1D node of some sort. So the lowest tier level 1 node to get the currency. I've been seeing 20%, 30%. It's been pretty bad. So I think when we originally ran the tiers, there was a lot of questions about, do I want to farm the Kyrotechs or do I want to farm and get like 2 for 3 for 1 gears or something like that. But you do run the risk of extremely bad drop rates because of the added energy you got to run. So just keep that in mind. I ended up doing both. I ran the Kyrotech nodes in the beginning, and then I said, you know what, I just want the currency as fast as I can get it. So I switched to the level 1 nodes and been having better luck. But I mean, overall, it's just been horrible drop rates, and that's the bottleneck for me right now. But the event is pretty straightforward. We've covered all the tiers now, I think, in our lunch streams and our little did we do any I don't think we did any on the weekend, did we? It's all on the lunch stream.
I think it's all on the lunch stream, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, go back to our lunch streams, check those out if you need some tips. But so far I've been successful with all of it. I haven't had any dropped tiers because that energy is just horrendous to farm. And we got one donut piece today during the lunch stream, which was cool. So Ranger was there to support me.
Yes,
and,
I was.
Yeah, and I'm going for the ultimate, and then I'll do the slow farm for Kylo and go from there. So by the time I'm probably done with Kylo, they'll drop another one on us. So
let's talk about a couple things. And I was talking about this on Cub stream yesterday. Couple problems I have with this event. First of all, Finn, you brought it up. It's the name of the title of the video. Is the rock paper scissor? They literally gave us rock, paper, scissors.
I came up with that conclusion too. I figured it out earlier when I was working on the video and trying to figure out like what we were going to talk about and all that kind of stuff, right? We have been asking to have a rock, paper, scissors meta again for a while, and they literally gave us meta characters that played rock, paper, scissors in one of their tiers.
Kind of not what we were asking for. Just going to throw that
but
out
how
there.
many times have they done that where we ask them for one thing and they give us kind of what we were asking for, but not quite?
Yeah, just...
Take a look at what they did with the mod selling. I think they gave us what they think we wanted, which was meta characters that played rock, paper, scissors. Literally, they played rock, paper, scissors.
Not quite what we were expecting and what we meant. Just going to throw that out there.
Not what we meant at all. It is what we said, though. I mean, pretty much. So...
And the next thing is to get Rey's ultimate ability, you have to have a Rey, right, that's decked out.
Yeah.
Because you have to use that Rey for that event, right? So you have to have the 6 Zetas, and you have to have her geared up, right, and relics to go beat that event, right? That's crazy too. So once you unlock her for the first 3 tiers, then you have to gear up, put the Zetas on, everything like that, just to go get the ultimate abilities for because tier 4, tier 5, tier 6 are basically the same battle. If I'm wrong on that, look, you let me know. They just get Kylo just ramps up faster, right? A little bit tougher on the mobs.
Yeah, he gets all of his abilities full blown and he does certain things and obviously hits a lot harder. So yeah, his level and relics go up as you move through the 4, 5, and 6.
Right. So there's that, and then which is crazy. So I mean, if I was to, a lot of problems with a lot of this, right? It's ridiculous. And if you've not seen Rey's gear, holy crap, Loki, you geared her up. How bad was that? Especially after you had to relic all these other characters and stuff.
It's god awful.
I mean, how many Kyrotechs? 700?
Yeah, it had to have been. Yeah.
I mean, minus the.
I mean, I feel bad in a sense if you're going to be pay to play. I don't even think there's enough Kyrotechs in the whale store to whale her up.
No.
So this is stuff you would have had to have hoarded prior to this event because they screwed a lot of people, and they didn't put the wristbands in the weekly shipment. All the weekly shipment is shards. That's all. It's character shards, right? But they screwed everybody on the gear. If you didn't hoard up, like there's no cheese danishes anymore in the whale store. And the only way you could get this stuff now is you got to crystal it, and you got to crystal up, and you got to farm them the old-fashioned way with crappy drop rates again. So
right,
it's, I don't know, you know, it sucks. The timing of the whale store and the shipments and all that stuff. I mean, even when you get all this, and it's like what you said on the ultimate ability mats, you're going to need a pretty decked out Rey. Like I wouldn't bring like an R1 Rey into it. I think we saw it this morning on the stream. She's got to be able to take some hits from Kylo because you're facing like a decked out Kylo as well.
Right. Also, guys, we are taking questions. We're going to have a lot more questions this week. So if you have questions, put those in the chat. Make sure you put a question for your statement. We'll get to those.
Oops, we did it again. We messed up the game, and we don't know.
Perfectly timed, Jason.
Jason with the 101.
Yeah, the Chirotechs are the new Carbantes, man. I mean,
they're pretty, and I mean,
remember when Carbantes were just, you know, you had General Carbante. And
Carbantes are still up in the ass, but it's stun guns too, man. Stun guns are still.
Stun guns made a comeback, man.
Big time, man.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do the new Finn and Poe, get ready to spend some stun guns, man. I mean, it's a lot. I had a lot. I mean, all my gear is pretty much destroyed. I'm slowly building it back up, and it'll start building back over time, which is just going to go to Kylo anyway, because I'll be working on him next. So I have 3 more characters. One's missing one piece. It's the purple pieces I'm short on. There's nowhere to get them except for in the store, and I'm not spending money for that. And they're not that many either. It's not even enough to like get you where you're at. You're better just using your crystals just to use energy and just do the best you can with it, because you know, I've got the Chirotechs squared away, but it's like the little dinky pieces that I have to get the purples mats, you know, for.
Yeah.
So it's really crazy, dude. Like just the gear that is required for these characters.
Yeah, you got to do. I mean, even for me, like up until now, I was doing a lot of murking, man. I was jumping guilds, doing a bunch of Sith raids. That's really the only way you could possibly. I can't even say stay ahead of it, but I mean, to at least be in a good spot to. In a timely manner, unlock and relic of a Galactic Legend. It's super. There's a lot of investment into it. I mean, time wise, you're guild jumping, you're doing all that stuff, man, to get the gear needed.
Yeah. So, all right. Also, this week, so we know the events have been what they are, right? The Galactic Legends. We've had a chance to see it with the characters and stuff like that. Let's do 2 things over here. The event itself, out of 10, Loki, what would you rate it?
I don't know, man. It's a nice event, but the problem is, again, you know, we've said this in the past. Finn said it several times. Seems like CG's a little lazy. The rock paper scissors thing was just over the top dumb. And then, you know, basically 4, 5, and 6 is the same event. It's just a different difficulty tier. Nothing new about it. You get a selfie and you get a title, and then you can get the ability mats. So, I mean, to me, for the amount of time they had to do it and design the event, I'm really scoring it low, man. I might give it a 4 or 5 because
that's what I would give it.
It's new it's new content, I guess, but it's like
it's like an expensive
3 new stages.
It's like an expensive marquee, is what it feels like. Like when you look back at some of the other events, like even when we had the first Hero's Journey of Luke, it tied in. There was some cool stuff with that. Go back at the Malik event. I'd like that event, right? Because it was challenging. We sat here forever just trying to figure it out, right? It wasn't just the gear, it was about figuring it out, right? And I liked that part of it, that it was a challenge. We had to figure out like the kind of way to work it and stuff, right? This is just...
the old Ben Vader thing was really cool.
Yeah, that was just well thought out, well done, you know, but then you look at this and you're just like, it's garbage, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
it doesn't tie in. It doesn't tie into the whole hero's journey, right? Like they made a journey character and all that, and they do the journey guide, but then it's like, I don't know. I mean, it sounds like I don't want to say it's rushed, but it's just it lacks originality like the previous events. Finn brought it up during the streams. They just reskinned Rey, so
Yeah.
they tease you with JTR looking like Galactic Legend Rey, but it's not her.
Right.
And you don't, and then to your point, you have to use your own Galactic Legend Rey later to try and unlock these mats. And all of this stuff is like a gamble because you're farming, and then if you fail one of the battles, you just lost like 30, 70 tickets. That's really frustrating in itself right there, is losing that currency,
Yeah. Finn, you saw the rock, paper, scissors thing. I mean, overall, I'm at Loki. I'm at that 4 to 5 range. There's some cool looking stuff in it, but overall, I think it's lazy. It's just not well thought out. Finn, your overall, if you had to give it out of 10, what would you give it? You've had a chance to see everything.
Well, so I don't know, Loki. I caught part of the tier 6. I unfortunately got called into a meeting during the lunch stream, but it looked like at least the tier 6 seemed like a normal type of event, right? You did have to get the Rey geared up and all of that, but it seemed more normalish than the other tiers. Would that be fair? Like kind of what you would expect in a challenging type of event like Rey probably is supposed to be? Tier 4, 5, and 6 were reasonable?
I guess so. It's just, it
was random, not really story, right?
It's just Kylo in two mobs.
Yeah, it's 5v3, I mean, if you didn't put God Bonds on, then yeah, it's difficult. So, I mean, it's kind of like, there wasn't any new mechanics, there wasn't any strategy to it. You just had to make sure you had God mods and
gear.
R7, R6, R5, whatever, on your tunes. There's a little bit of strategy, but I mean, you muscle through it and that's it. So it's not like Malik, it's not like the other previous events where there was a torrent order of the kill. You were on a timer of some sort. Like they didn't show off any of those mechanics.
So I'm probably somewhere in the neighborhood of a 3 then.
Okay.
Only reason I'm not lower is because I do put some value in the characters, and so far in looking at the characters' kits, I like them. I know that there's a lot of videos about this team can beat Rey and this team can beat Kylo and all this kind of stuff. They don't even have their ultimates yet for the most part. Like when I watch these videos, I was like, why? Right. What is the point of these? But I do like the kits overall, right? So I am kind of giving some stock to the character kits that are at the end of this, but the actual events itself, I think were pretty lackluster, right? Considering how big this was supposed to be. And maybe we are defining this by standards that are unrealistic. Kane just donated $5 in Super Chat, said, do you see Cub's video about all the openings at CG right now? Yeah, we'll talk about that here shortly.
Yeah, we'll talk about it shortly. And I think, Finn, I need to apply again for CG. We can do it live here on the stream. What do you think?
I will leave that to you because there's probably personal information that they're going to ask that you're going to be showing on stream.
Well, we'll figure it out.
So probably not the best idea, but overall, I think the event was lackluster, but maybe to some extent we are, as weird as it sounds, comparing themselves to themselves in standards that they no longer hold. And by that I mean like CLS, Jedi Knight Revan, Darth Revan, Malik, right? Those events in particular, like they had animations that told the story. They had fights that told the
lore stuff in there. Like
they had lore stuff in there. Like you felt the story as you went through the event. I was expecting that and hoping that we would get, and that's part of the reason why I was saying maybe Palpatine's going to require both Rey and Kylo, right? Because the idea would be that you build up their stories in parallel, and then you have both of them kind of at the climax going, like working together against Palpatine or whatever it is to kind of mimic Episode 9. They didn't do that. Like everything just seemed thrown together and rushed, and maybe it was because, and again, I'm guessing 100% here, but this is what it felt like, that they were working on the characters so much, and I felt like the characters were probably pretty bugged with all these new things they were trying to introduce, that they just didn't focus on the event. And they just threw things in the event. Like, what should we put in here? And throw in some random first order. That'll be fine. And
Right.
what about the next tier? Some more random. Okay, they want rock, paper, scissors meta. Okay, that's perfect. Let's have them play rock, paper, scissors. Okay, so now we have them play rock, paper, scissors. We have this. Okay, perfect. Now they can do the more difficult things. We'll throw in some more difficult first order. And it's like, it really seemed kind of like without thought. Like, just here's something that you can put your characters up against. So, and not to mention that if they spent all this focus on the artwork, while I do like a lot of the cutscenes and I like all of the still art that they've been showing, the in-game Rey doesn't look like Rey at all. Like the graphics of the model of Rey is very poorly done.
Yeah.
Kylo looks awesome.
Yeah, Kylo's fine.
Kylo looks awesome because he's kind of like a redo of the unmasked Kylo, but still looks awesome. Rey, not so much. So, yeah, I think maybe it's because, and I don't want to put it on him, right? But I think maybe the change in guard at Mark Dickinson brought in, and he hasn't really said much, right? His job doesn't require him to say much, but what he's brought in to do is maybe a little bit different focus, and they're streamlining some of the more important things and like less important things, and maybe they don't feel like the events are really worthwhile. And maybe, cross my fingers a little bit here, that they're focusing on the raid, and that's why they didn't give enough attention to these events.
I don't know, but the reason, I mean,
I'm hoping.
Yeah, it's just disappointing for the amount of time, effort, money, everything that goes into getting these Galactic Legends. This is, I mean, guys, when you go for these Galactic Legends, you will see just the extraordinary amount of work, time, effort, gear, things that you will have to invest in these guys, even over time, even if you're going slow. It is incredible, right? I do agree with you, Finn. I think the new characters are cool. I like their abilities. I think Rey is starting to show. They're both OP as hell, right? But I think Rey is starting to show she's just a little bit of a monster more than Kylo is. She's just damn near unkillable. And, you know, even we were talking about it on Cub's video the other day. Yeah, we did have a team that beat it. But again, not a fully wrecked Rey, not a fully ultimate out Rey. That's a huge difference, because once she drops to that 60% and she does her ultimate, you're going to get slaughtered.
Yeah, you're only doing 1 damage to every single other person, so you're not going to be able to kill them like all these videos are showing. Like, there's definitely inconsistencies, but I think everyone is kind of at that point where it's like, okay, let's talk about it and let's see how it does. Oh, it sucks. Okay, let's move on.
It's just,
meanwhile, Loki's getting like 14 defenses. It's Rey.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be about a week behind. I mean, as I said, I've got a few more purple pieces to get. It's those box ones, and I've got to get those. And the only place you get them in the store, but I mean, you don't even get enough for the price and everything and the gear. It's garbage, guys. I'd rather just save crystals and just use my refreshes to finish up the characters. I'm 1 piece away from Vandor Chewie, then I've just got a couple more. I've already got the Gear 13 pieces on the last 3 characters I need to relic, and then we're going to do the relics and stuff. So, and we may work on that during this week during lunch stream and stuff. But yeah, so we've got that the Galactic event going. So, you know, we'll keep answering your questions. I'm going to try to get mine done as soon as possible so we can have my Rey on the battlefield as well. Kylo's going to be like me and Loki both decided that Kylo's going to be a long, slow farm. I mean, this is wiping out all my hoarding big time. You know, once that's done, I mean, it's going to take me a while to hoard back up just to do Kylo, right? So, not looking forward to that nonsense. So let's talk about some other stuff that happened this week, and this will transition us into what happened at CG with the post that was happening, the information. But the Gamechangers lost their test accounts. I was watching Cubs live, and I actually got a chance to talk about it on his stream the other day and just get his thoughts about it and stuff. And it was really interesting. And you can check out my thoughts. I really want to get Finn and Loki's thoughts on this. Loki, you heard about the test accounts being pulled and stuff. I don't know what CG's trying to do here, man. I just don't understand them. You know, it's funny. I was watching Cubs Day a little bit. Do the new Disney game. The devs were in the chat. The devs were supporting him. The devs were giving him stuff. They were giving stuff to other. I mean, they were just interactive as hell with the players. I was shocked. I mean, like head developers were sitting there like and taking his criticism, like, I don't like this quality of life. It's like, we just brought that up. We took notes and we're bringing that up in a meeting. I'm just like, why? What the hell? That's Disney. That's Disney doing that. Right? Why can't we get that from a Disney line product with Capital Games the same way? I was just shocked, like just watching the transition and stuff like that. Look, I mean, test accounts are gone. Any thoughts on this now that they've taken the test accounts away from, they said that they want to reevaluate and they're going to be redoing everything. I don't know what that means, but that was just the explanation they were given.
Yeah, I don't know what that means either. I mean, again, we've been doing this for a long time, and usually when they take these accounts away,
it's not good.
Somebody leaked something or screenshots got out that weren't supposed to get out, and they always do this. They had that Slack server that they closed up. They had that open beta for everybody.
It's all been closed.
Up. Yeah, everything's been closed. I don't know what's going on, to tell you the truth. I mean, that's the only thing that comes to mind is maybe somebody leaked something. I don't know, but they have a cooldown period, and then they end up handing it out to the same people anyway. So I'm sure in a month they're going to hand it out again. So.
Mobile Gamer had a great analogy of this. It's like CG is the movie company, and they're producing the movie, and the people that do content are the critics, right? Can't worry about the critics. All you can do is do the best product that you can, right? You can listen to what some of the critics have to say, maybe for future movies and stuff, maybe listen to some of the stuff that they say, but I mean, and you have a relationship, whether you like it or not, you have a relationship, right? Movie studios have a relationship with the critics, right? With interviews, talking with them, sneak peeks, all that kind of stuff, right? And stuff gets leaked in there too, right? It's just the nature of the thing, but it's a working relationship, right? CG doesn't have that, and they haven't had it for a while. It's been over a year since they've really done things. Cubs talk about it. He's tried to talk to them and given like good, positive, constructive thoughts, and would never get a lot of responses and was ignored. And a lot of the other guys were the same way. Finn. I mean, we don't really know what CG's plan is. We can't get into their heads, but I mean, this is just not a good look, man. It's just not. I mean, it just. If they're doing it because they were negative about the Galactic Legends, then put out a better product, is my response. Or communicate with these guys and give them some insights, like what you're thinking as of this. Something, man. It's strange.
CG has not been about public relations. CG has not been about optics, right? CG has been about the bottom line. Now, maybe they'll give to some... I'll play both sides here a little bit.
Sure.
There is a benefit to allowing people like Arnold, Cubs, and Mobile, who have such a big following on YouTube and largely are Galaxy of Heroes, and Arnold is basically exclusively, I think, almost. He has some Marvel Strike Force stuff and maybe some Disney stuff now, but he's pretty much Galaxy of Heroes. Cubs has dabbled a little bit, and Mobile Gamer's done a few different games. But largely, they are Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes streamers and video and content creators, and that is their biggest thing, and they promote the game quite a bit just by talking about it, right? But here's the other side of it. They're about the bottom line. They have been having more recently, and again, to your point, I agree with you that they should make a better product, right? But in the last few months, they have had their own free product given away to these former Gamechangers, right? Used against them. Several of them have used the test account in order to get their Rey and Kylos because it's not kind of like a quote-unquote real environment, right? And they've gotten Rey and Kylo, they've done testing, and everything so far has been negative, right? So from a bottom line perspective, why are they giving a free resource to somebody that is negatively promoting their game? Is the negative attention worth it compared to the positive that you get from promotion? And maybe it's just simply a plus minus balance that they've come up with, that they just decided it's no longer worth it, right? They have been nothing but pretty much strict about dollars and cents in all of this. Everything has been done with them for money. They haven't done anything for goodwill with the community. They haven't really done anything for public relations. They haven't done anything with communication in general, right? None of this is new. The game is about 4 years old now, and none of that has changed. So what makes anyone think that it's going to change now? It's not. They're going to act the same way. And unless they redo the Game Changer program, right, back to what it was, which is that they get content early, they can review it, they can provide feedback, hopefully they make some changes, then they don't have those negative criticisms, and then you get more positive videos coming out of those same people. Until they go back to a structure like that, I can see why they're just like, yeah, why do we have them giving the test account when everything they're saying is negative? And going back and looking, like, maybe when was the last time they said anything positive about the game? Because recently, and again, to your point, the game has been in a bad slump for a while. The big thing they were leading up to was Galactic Legends, and the tiers were a major disappointment. Lightside GOTB battle was clearly made for levels way above where we are, or gear levels way above where we are. Not only just from the simple standpoint of gear needed to accomplish the missions, but even just the math needed in order to get maximum stars is impossible right now. We don't have nearly enough ships for it. So it's just that they're simply about bottom line dollars and cents.
Yeah.
And with the way that everyone in the community recently has been towards Galaxy of Heroes, and again, I don't blame them. We've been negative too. There's been a lot of bad stuff about this game. There's some stuff that I like, but there's a lot of stuff that is negative, right? But it's been so negative recently that why should they continue to give this resource even though the Game Changer program has left?
I mean, you make a great point, but it just makes them look like a petulant child. Man, they're being mean to us. We're taking their stuff away. It's just a bad look, man. You know, I mean, and CG has nobody's fault for the negativity because, you know, with you know, when things are good, you don't really have to say much other than thank you, right? If you're putting out a great product. But when things are going bad is when you should be communicating more and being on the front lines and addressing it and looking at things and being, you know, interactive with the community and people to play. I mean, listening to the Wells, that one guy that spent over $100,000 in this game, $100,000, he deserves better. You know, he just does. And CG's...
Did he get better when he spent $20,000? No.
Well, I don't know.
Get better when he
but
spent
I'm just
40,000?
saying. But I'm just saying, there's an expectation there. I mean,
there is. But at what point are you the one? It's the old expression, right? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on me.
No.
Or other way. Fool me once, shame on you.
No.
Fool me twice, shame on me. If I spend $20,000 on a game, and I get no response from CG, they don't really do anything for me, right?
That's not really my point.
And I spend another $20,000. Whose fault is it at that point?
It's not about fault here for the player, right? I mean, the player can spend whatever they want to spend on the game, right? That's just a decision just for the game overall. I'm just saying, I'm just looking at CG's end of it. I don't care that he spent $100,000. I'm just looking at it as a company that makes, this is $1 billion company, right? Mm-hmm. And their standards and practices are just garbage. I've never seen anything like this before out of any company.
I 100% agree with you, right?
You know?
But ultimately, the question is, what is their incentive to change?
That's a true
That person
point.
that spent $100,000, right? He spent $20,000. CG hasn't changed anything about their communication. Their communication has been piss poor. He still felt okay enough to spend another $20,000 and get to $40,000. He then felt good enough to spend another $20,000 and get to $60,000. And then okay to go to $80,000 and now $100,000. I'm not faulting him for spending money, but at some point, your expectations have to be realistic for the situation. And if you're spending and you see CG's not changing, it's up to you to decide, am I still going to spend because I enjoy this, or am I not going to spend because CG is not managing this properly?
No.
And if your response is, well, I'm still having fun in this game and I'm going to spend, and CG doesn't change, then CG is not going to continue to change because they're still getting the inflow of money. Their whole point is just trying to make money. So if they're still getting in the income, and no, I agree with you, it's sad. And I don't think the practice is the best. I would definitely go a different direction. But if they're making money, what is their incentive to change?
But it's just weird. It's just, I've never seen a company that just treats...
Business is good.
Exactly. Business is good. That is 100... That is 100% correct.
No, I those points are not the thing, but I mean, CG, I mean, they just do stuff just in small increments over time that you just sit there and you go, good Lord, who made that decision? Wait, you did it. What are you doing this now? What are you doing?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, I'm just bringing up the point that CG overall, like, listen, we give CG a hard time because they deserve it, right? In our subjective opinion. But when they do stuff well, we give them credit too. It's not like we just sit here and rail on CG, but lately their track record has been pretty subpar, right? And, you know, just as a person that plays a game and enjoys it, I mean, we've always said the two reasons why we play this game now is because, one, it's a Star Wars IP, and two, because of you guys, right? The community. We just love playing and hanging out with you guys, period. But I'm still, you know, I just think holding CG's feet to the fire and calling them out for what I think is just nonsense, I'm still going to do it. And if they don't, and if they're too sensitive about this, then you're in the wrong line of work, man. You really are. You really rethink.
I don't think it has anything to do about sensitive.
Oh, I think it is. Oh, please, Finn. They're super sensitive.
Again, everything they do has come down to money. There's nothing they've done in this game that hasn't come down to money. So
no, I'm talking about the interaction. They're too, like the Q&A stuff. It's a perfect example. They cherry pick the softball questions. They never really answer anything because they're too scared. You know, they won't step up.
What
to
is the
plate.
incentive for them? Again, dollars and cents wise, if that's all they're focusing
yeah,
on, what
true.
is the incentive for them to answer the hard questions?
No, I don't care about their incentive. I'm just saying they're assholes. You know, and so. Period. They're just assholes. They're just straight up assholes. You know?
They are very... I'm sure whoever their actuary is over there is definitely very, very critical. Because they've done a lot in order to avoid actual negative things, minus bugs in games and stuff, like from the programming side. From a PR perspective, they've actually done a lot to avoid saying anything negative, but their actions are perceived as negative. Perceptions only go so far. The question is, how do the perceptions manifest as dollars and cents?
Yeah.
And people are not stopping to spend. So they've realized that whoever is playing this game is not closing their wallet to this game.
No.
They can basically do whatever they want, and the wallets are not closing. So to anybody that is spending in this game, right, and then saying that CG makes poor decisions, right, your option is to hit them in their wallet. Because otherwise, they have zero incentive to do so, right? That's the only thing here. Like, if you take everything CG does, and this is what I've been doing, right? Now I try to be objective on this, and every time I look back, every single decision they've made makes sense from a dollars and cents point of view,
right?
But it doesn't make sense from a community point of view, and the community is what's keeping a lot of the players in the game. But there's that disconnect that we've talked about for years now between the developers and the community. Like, the community does its own thing in order to keep playing the game and having fun and doing their own thing. Meanwhile, the game is still working on just trying to make money and milking people over and over again. And I've said it for a year. It's been obvious the direction they've been going. They've been trying to figure out ways to milk whales even more. This has happened since like year one almost, where they had the initial stuff and they've slowly started increasing prices. I know Minato has been saying this in chat for a while. I'll agree with him here. When CG Carry came in, some of the prices went up even more. Now, the prices are gone even higher with Mark Dickinson. Under him, we are now actually seeing basically the death of competitive free-to-play. It's been a constant shift in focus to try and milk the higher ones, get more people into that higher bracket, leave the free-to-play at the bottom, and don't allow for free-to-play to be at the same level as the whale. And the question is, who's going to remain? So
the question is, then now we get to the next subject, is they just let go of a bunch of people, or something would happen over there, CG? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So this is what we know, right? They have job openings available. I don't know if I have not seen anything about a bunch of people being fired. We also know that they're working on another game.
Let's look at these.
There's only one of them that actually specifies Galaxy of Heroes. There's a technical director for Galaxy of Heroes. Everything else is just Capital Games in general, and we know that they have another game that they're working on. So I don't know for sure that all of these are Galaxy of Heroes firings, I don't know if these are other positions for that new game that we know that they're putting resources on.
So
right?
you mean all those people on their website right there aren't even there yet anymore, or are they still there?
I don't know.
They're probably still there. A lot of them are probably pulled over to the other game that they're working on.
So
wouldn't they want to continue the service on this game to not? I mean, why are you coming out with a new game and then?
Because they're coasting on this.
Not right, but then the players see that, and then don't they want to convert players from this game over to the new one? I mean, isn't that one way you kind of retain your customer? Hey, it's another Capital Games game, and
possibly
come on over. But it's like, if they're treating us this way, like you say, and they come out with all these new games, then why would anybody want to play those new games if eventually this is how they treat their customers?
It's probably because what they've realized is that Star Wars fans are willing to stick through it because of the IP. Right? This new game is probably not going to have the Star Wars IP. I'm almost sure of that one. It might not even be related to like Disney in general. It could just be a separate EA game, right? So the Star Wars fans are going to be stuck here. They're not going to go over there. Then they can focus on all the stuff we're talking about, like better PR and better communication and better relationship with the community. They can focus that all on the other game because they have addicted Star Wars fans over here where they can basically just poop on your face, which is what they did with this Galactic Legend event.
Yeah.
People are still paying for it, right? They're not stopping. So they'll just continue to poop on your face over here because it doesn't really require you much time. And over here, they'll use air freshener and try to get other people actually involved in the new game, right? So if they're now they have two streams of money. They have one where people are still paying them on the back end, and the other side, which is actually getting the quality stuff, and they're a whole different player base that they're now going to try and get involved. So, I mean, I don't, again, it all just comes down to dollar and cents, and do they see a reason to make these kind of efforts? And right now, the community here has not shown a reason for them to put in any effort. Because it seems like regardless of the effort that they put in, as long as they release an overpowered character that's going to give them an advantage, people are going to pay. Like, that's the only thing that seems to matter. Everyone that's paying here is paying for competitiveness. As long as what you're providing gives a competitive edge, then the competitive edge is going to work for their money income in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
Yeah, or it works for the hoarders. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got one guy in my arena shard right now. He's 3.9 mil GP. He's got Rey unlocked and Relic 5. So it's the super hyper hoarders that somehow knew Rey was coming and magically had all the requirements done under 4 mil GP. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
And that guy magically now is at the top of our arena shard. He's probably been at 200 his entire career. And he can rise with us now, and he thinks it's okay. And he can park his Rey at the top. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
It's interesting.
So that's, I mean... So to your question, like, that's probably what it is. Like, this new game is where they'll put all their focus, and they're kind of like coasting along here until they actually see like that point of resistance where people are suddenly going to stop spending. And they know the formula over here. Give them something that's going to be needed and overpowered. So you know what the next thing they're going to introduce is going to be some like random character through the old like regular legendary system, right? Like their Yoda and EP and all of that. That's going to be needed in order to do GOTB, and then they're going to up the level. So you're going to have this new character that you're going to need to buy, plus a level increase that's going to help for light side GOTB, and then they're going to release a bunch of ships for it. So, I mean, they're going to go wherever the money takes them, and they know what drives people right now to spend, which is just competitiveness. That's what's driving everyone to spend right now. So it's just sad. I mean, it's going to result in a decrease in the quality of the game. Is it going to release in the death of the game? No, I don't think the game's going to die. I think free-to-play should enjoy just having fun with this game, because there is a lot of fun to be had as long as you're not competitive. If you're competitive, it's a big slap in the face to you. So we're going to see kind of a segregation of the community a little bit, which is sad.
Well, we have a lot of jobs here. I think I should apply for one. I don't know, product manager, player lifecycle, maybe?
Something art-related.
Art-related, okay. Senior art director, I don't think I have enough experience for that.
I think you can do it. A technical artist. There you go. Technical artist.
Technical artist. Where do you see that one?
It's the second one.
The second one.
Mm-hmm.
Technical artist. What is it? What is this one? Let's see here. Design, create, test, and maintain character rigs, setups, and collaborate with the animators, design motion controls, right tools, support the quality. Your production with mobile development experience a big plus. Deep knowledge of mine. They're seeing at 3D Studio Max.
They need some examples, right? So make sure whatever character you design has a big forehead. I think that's what they look for.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
just a female with a giant forehead. Like think old Conehead style, like Jane Austen, like style Conehead. Head.
Senior product
That's what you
manager.
need.
I could be a product manager, player life cycle. Lead product manager. A lot of good stuff here, man. Could do it, but then I'd have to show all my personal information. Not a good thing. So
No.
yeah. I was trying to think if there's a way to do it. They just yeah. But what do you think? Which one should I apply for, and we'll see what happens. I'll see if I get a reply. If you had to pick one, Finn, you know my bachelor's in business and marketing. Which one do you think I should go for here?
I don't know. I don't know what. I'm curious what chat thinks too.
Yeah, what do you guys think?
I
We'll
would
go for one
think-
here. Public relations director? I don't think there's one in there. I was looking. There's not one of those.
I wish I could get it to come up.
Yeah, I think you can.
There you go. Quality verification. How about that?
Yeah, there is a senior quality analyst, but that's a contract position, which means that it's not like
Yeah,
a
so
permanent.
Ranger can contract that from where he's at, man. Can
That's
work
true.
remotely.
You might be able to do that remotely. Yeah.
Hey, all these new jobs have to have remote access now, man.
Or the game designer,
It's a game designer.
because you have to play the game and be an expert of it, which means that you could start a new account every couple weeks, right? So I think you can do that. Create and tune content to create accessible yet deep experiences for players. So I think in those first 2 weeks, you'll be able to figure out how to increase the player content. That'll make you an expert. Create IP correct. You know your Star Wars, so that's
Yeah.
good. If this is for Star Wars, then you're good here. And this one was created very recently, March 15th.
Yeah.
This was a March 15th created one, so this is recent. Work with developers to ensure the content and features are developed at the highest quality. And yeah, see, you can go on Ranger rants at people when they do things wrong. Work within existing systems and expand on them. Yeah, you're just going to tear it all down and start over, so that's going to work well. Take part in internal and external play tests and iterate. Oh, they barely have internal play tests, so this is like telling you to do nothing right now because they don't beta test. So
I think we'll apply for it.
Yeah, I think that might work well.
All right, let me move this to a new tab so you guys can't see it.
Well, you can do it afterwards. All right. Ranger for project manager. Yeah, you might be able to. Let's look.
I'll go for that one too.
Lead project manager. I mean, it's all possible. Then you can move out to good old California.
I'm gonna live with Loki and his roommate.
Yeah, that's in Sacramento, man.
Yeah, that's kind of far.
Yeah, you about 8 hours too far.
Oh no.
All right. Does that mean we'll finally get the Eternal Twins into the game? Well,
No, I would keep that off just because of Revenator. Speaking of the Eternal Twins, you have an update on that, Finn?
yeah. So I'm gonna release the video tomorrow. The video will be up tomorrow.
There you go.
We'll make it at 8 p.m. Eastern time, so you guys have another 8 p.m. video here.
All right.
Okay.
So, product manager and... Well, there's a product manager life cycle and senior product manager. I'll apply
Business
for all
is good.
three. No, business is good, yeah. Jesus. Oh, God. All right. So there we go. I'll apply for some of these. And we'll see what,
We're just going to be haunted by Grande. Like,
we'll see what they
man.
respond with. They're interested.
Just going to be haunted by Grande all the time. Just all the time. Okay. In the meantime,
shoutouts.
Let's do a commercial. We haven't done a commercial.
Okay.
So.
Let's spin the wheel. Oh, I don't have that on here. I'll just pick one. Let's see. Oh, I don't have them on here either. We can't play because it won't play here on this one. I have to go back to the other one. Let's see here if I go back to...
Okay. Need to set up the commercials on that one.
Yeah. Reminder
to self. Arnold for direct propaganda.
No, we don't want that. Jesus, it went right to the intro. God damn, we don't want that. Stu started playing his guitar. I was like, oh, Jesus.
Nothing wrong with Stu playing his guitar.
No, let's spin the wheel, see what we get.
I don't know if you just saw what happened, Ranger.
What?
You know when you switched the scene over, all of the porgs that were in the cup all fell down, but they missed the cup entirely.
Oh,
like they were off by like a few inches and just like fell straight off the screen.
So we have the Kermit one that got the Sesame Street. So everybody mute your mic. We'll play this and then we'll get back.
Rage in Galaxy of Heroes is a real thing. Doctors and scientists are looking into how this happens. Watch as we introduce Galaxy of Heroes into a children's show.
Hello, this is the Kermit the Frog, and I'm here today to offer you the first in a series of feedbacks about Darkside territory battles. Before the territory battle, people were happy. And right over here, this is a picture of a happy face. And you can tell that because the face is smiling. And we felt, well, that way because of the territory war beta. And being able to test the war before release. And then all of a sudden, things got really because someone in management decided to be greedy. So management came and released Darkside Territory Battle. Now, that is not the kind of thing that makes you feel happy. That is the kind of thing that makes you feel mad. I think I better talk about being mad. Now, I get mad when companies release things they should. Like when management releases incompetent code for money. You can tell I'm mad by the type of things I say to management.
You big and furthermore, I'm gonna the mother.
So don't fight SWGOH Rage alone. Call your neighborhood support group and get help today.
Alright, there we go. Commercial done. We can go back to the other scene. Let me do this.
Never gets old.
No.
Classic.
Alright. So shoutouts, Finn, or what are we doing? Finn? Are you still muted, dumbass?
Are you not hearing it?
No, I'm not hearing
Hold on.
anything.
Hold on. I'll get the shoutouts and stuff. Loki, do you have the do you have Discord open by chance or no?
No, I don't. I'm on my
On your iPad?
I'm on an iPad right now. Yeah, I can't multitask.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. You're still not hearing it, right, Ranger? Or are you?
Nothing's playing. What is?
I have to get it to play. Are the alerts not on? Hold on, we'll have to check.
I'm in the new one. Nothing's happening.
Yeah, we have to figure out what's going on. But hold on, let me get the alerts. Do you want to read the shout outs for the patrons and stuff in the
Yeah, I can
meantime?
do that.
We have those in the
Okay.
pin stuff.
Alright, so we'll do our shout outs here.
I had to figure out what's going on with your alerts. Hold on, I'm going to test something. God, I hate that I'm about to test this, but hold on.
Should I go to alerts and just reset it?
No. I think I can do it on my end here.
I could turn it off and turn it on again.
No. I don't think we have it set to update that way, but let's try something right here. God, I can't believe I'm about to test this one. Did you hear anything on your end? Nope. Okay. Yeah, your alerts are not on for some reason. You are missing out on all the alerts. But in the meantime.
All right. Well, I'll try to get the shoutouts in. So
yeah,
first our Patreons. Let's shout out all our Patreons. Kermit shout out. Jesus, y'all don't. That really hurts my arms. Yeah, we'll just do it normal here. We've had a lot of Kermit today. I mean,
there's a lot of Kermit so far, so.
Yeah. So we have Alex12, Bimatsu, Studio 97, My Military Brother, Chaos 13, Chopper BZ, Commander Skywalker, Contingent 33, Darth Teflon, Darth Bab, DT Devil's Treasure, Dobie, Doc Ravage, Dr. Feelgood, he's the one that makes you feel alright, DSP, my man, and MC3, Fling Monkey Poo, Hogzilla, Heinesy, It Poops Bombs.
Heinzie.
I know, I like to say it my way. I just don't care. It Poops Bombs, JCBM, Jom99, Just a Bum, Callison, Cashmere, Matthew M. Thomas, Maz, Kanata, hey Maz, Moss Mike, Indy Fox, Night War, The Lovely Ouchie Dumpling, Pawsy, Ray Rock, Riverboy 12, my favorite person, Rose Taco, Revenita, Sanely Red, The Soulless One, Shadowville, RH10 Representation, Sith Lord, Slash Van Rhodes, Strum, Teals, Walter Arnold, and Utah again. These are all our patrons. Again, thank you for being patrons. We really appreciate you. These are our current YouTube members. Want to shout
for the I don't know which ones you want to do it for.
What?
Right, but in honor of CG Sven leaving, Inquini Sven. You don't need to bring up the image, but
it doesn't work without the image.
Sure, it does.
Here's a version, or version heard in the region, Mayburton, or from the burden Rogan, Bimassen, a contingent dirty treason, David McConnell, and Davis and Treason, Dixie Truly, Dr. Fielder Gordon, Gino, Joseph Boson, Alma the Dadden, James O'Meany, Jason Homan, Jamie Arnaman, May, Woody Lovely Music Nutty, Revenator, Sammy Bear, Shadow Version, Slash Van der Roden, Stephen Nichols, Swoga Gogan, E.G. the Gretchen, Tilson, Trouser Brevin, Widows of 73, and the Youngun. There you go.
Yes, this is our goodbye to CG Sven.
Yeah, he is going goodbye.
We'll miss him.
But we'll still use that one somehow, some way. And then finally we have our Twitch subs.
I can do the Twitch and the chat shoutouts if you want to get the alerts reset. In the meantime,
I've reset them. I turned them off and turned them back on. I mean, I just
they need to have that refresh browser when active thing on. So if you go in studio mode, go to there. You have to go to the properties, check the box, then click it, then take the box off, and then re-click it. So, okay. So shout out to our
what do I need to
do? Go into the alerts.
Right.
Go into the properties of the browser. Click the refresh browser when active. Close the eyeball. Open the eyeball. Go to the properties. Uncheck the box. Close the eyeball, open the eyeball. So Twitch subs, Oscar Meow, Big Country Mags, Blackbeard Pepe, Buzzsaw VG, CBO97, Contingent 33, Corinth Battlespire, Silex BTW, Deadpool Kyle, Doc Ravage, Dr. Feelgood, Dupe Dop, Escape Podcast, Flash Step, Gondar Kel, Grande Patron, It Boost Bombs, Jedi Knight Jaw, James O. Maney 99, Hideota, Kono Nobunaga, aka Kawabunga, Maz Kanata, Missy Farquhar, Ouchie, Quaffy,
oh boy,
Ray Rock, Sanely Red, Slash Van Rhodes, Teals the Smurf, T Faust 99, Torin Jax, Tumblo Dry Eye, I don't know how to Tumblo Drye, maybe it's Drye. That was a hard one. Dryay.
I think it's dry A.
Yeah, dry A. Okay, Tumblo dry A.
Like dry and then A, or it could be dry.
That's what I'm saying. It's or Dr. Ye maybe.
Could be Dr.
I'm sorry,
Ye.
Tumblo. I'm probably messing that up. So, Zem 420 and Ziglet.
Very nice.
And then our chat shoutouts for those of you in chat. By the way, shout out to all of our Twitch subs. What was that? Oh, here, I'm gonna test something now, really quick. You reset it?
Yeah.
Hear it?
No.
Hold on. That time I didn't hear it either. Hold on. I need to go. Oh, I know why. Okay, hold on.
There it is. Yeah. Okay. Jen and I jaw just cheered, and then they popped.
Like
up.
there were so many panties.
Oh,
I got
boy,
a bunch of
here they
panties. I was like, stop saying that word. I hate it.
Oh boy, I think we're gonna get a whole bunch of them.
That was EXO, and then here's the one I needed to replay again.
Okay.
Yeah.
You still went up to a homeless person and said, "How's business?" First of all.
Yes, I did. I asked him how business
Which
was.
is awful.
I mean, he's an entrepreneur, right?
I'm just gonna let that one just slide off, and then to make matters worse, you asked him how business is, which is a homeless person.
Yeah.
And gave him pretend not real money for a batting cage from a place that it's not even open right now, which he can't even enjoy.
He can enjoy it later.
Wow.
The level of Grande is just.
Were there any other ones that didn't get?
No, that was the one
Okay.
that was last off. So
Nightmare, he did message me. He did get the information, Nightmare. So if he doesn't send you something by tomorrow, message me again, and I'll hit him up again. I got you, Nightmare.
Okay. So let's go to our. My kitty Yoda. Freaking sheepy. Okay. Let's do the shout outs for those in chat. So the word was fool, and here were the people that shed the word. It was Ahsoka Meow, Baby Herman, B Coots, CBO 97, Contingent 33, Darth Scion 1972, Dr. Feelgood, the Dreamy Mushroom himself, Gav P, Gavin Mothma, Jasa BM, James O'Maney, Jason Hommel, Jive As Turkey. That's just an awesome
Excuse
name.
me, stewardess. I speak jive.
I was watching Good Times yesterday because now it's just like you're at home and the TV's on. So yeah, just memories. Joao Cavalcanti, Kobe Wan, Maz Kanada, Nathan H, Ouchie Dumpling, Raza 972, Revenator, who had some fun in the lunch stream, aka Bangarang. Ronan Zai, Rose Taco, Shadow Val, Skywalker Vader, Van Rhodes, The Honkler, Torin Jax, What Else 73, and Wolfbell.
Very nice.
And there's EXO coming in with the fool at the very end. And Ray Rock, there you go, Ray Rock too, with the fool at the very end. I'm being nice. I'm being nice. You guys have been awesome today, so I extended just for now. So there you go.
What a fool believes. All right. Should we just go right into questions there, Finn? Get this.
Yeah, I think we can jump into questions here.
Again,
it's been kind of a quiet week. We had 25 minutes. We had 25 minutes of that.
25 minutes of fun at the beginning.
Yeah, we did. Oh my god.
That was fun.
So I think I have to go back and time it, but we didn't start, I think, until minute 28. So that might be our new record here, where we don't start until 28 minutes in because of the spam. Oh my god! So we'll keep that in mind here. So 28 minutes is the record. Okay. Damn it! CBO, the friggin' sheep. Oh my god!
You created them, dumbass. This is all I need,
know. Man. I will do stuff against my better judgment because they like it, and apparently they like it because they keep on interrupting me with.
Moral of the story: Finn's retarded. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, this is bad. Okay, so let's go to questions here. Bring those up, and here we go. So first question, Revenator question: will Finn add the sound clips of "Business is Good" and "Business is Bad" to good and bad reviews for CG of the week.
That's not a bad suggestion. I actually like that a lot.
I do, actually. That isn't a bad suggestion.
I think that's a really good suggestion, man. That's really good.
Okay, I'm making a note of that right now. And I give a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Hey,
there
Rooster.
may be a business is good and business is bad. The sound effect when I do that.
I'm down with that.
Okay. Nathan H. question. What do you think of CG hiring for 15 positions, including some major ones? Some of those are old too, right? You can look at some of the dates on them, and they're not necessarily new. There are several in late February and in March. There's also some from 2019 and in January as well. So it's hard to make too much of a conclusion out of it. But yes, there are a lot of positions that they're hiring for. It might be for this game. It might be for another game. It's unsure right now. So let's see. Next question. Nathan H. question. Which games do you play on Twitch? So we do Marbles on stream. We do Don't Starve. So Marbles on stream, we're going to be trying to do about 3 or 4 times a week. Right now just one on Monday, but we are going to expand that. So we have Marbles on stream. We have Don't Starve Together on Tuesdays. Saturday is our general PC gaming night, which is this week going to be Human Fall Flat. We changed that around though, so Saturday is kind of a rotating day. Loki is working on getting.
Hey, what's wrong in green? It smells like Miss Piggy.
No.
My finger, yeah.
Oh my god!
Perfect timing.
Asa. Thank you, Jason. Yeah. So Loki's trying to get Magic the Gathering on the stream as well. So he's doing his tournament, so we'll be trying to stream those a little bit more. So be on the lookout for Magic the Gathering more consistently on there. So there's a few of them that we're going to be working on. So there we go. Yeah. Sure. Kara Elder, I just saw that. So shout out to Kara Elder as well for the word of the day. Had some account mix-ups and stuff, so there you go. Shout out to Kara Elder for word of the day. Not a problem, Kara. Okay, next question here. Ouchie, question, when will we get a Julie Andrews makeup tutorial? Next question. Revenator, when will Bangarang get his roster review? He still needs to locate his ally code. Ranger?
What's up?
When will Bangarang get his roster review? He still needs to locate his ally code.
Yeah, when he actually becomes an actual player. Just throwing that out there.
Nathan H. question, will any of you try Sorcerer's Arena or whatever it's called? I will not be. Ranger?
Yeah, I am. I just haven't had time yet, so...
Okay.
I'm interested in it. It seems pretty cool, so I am going to give that a shot.
And Loki?
I looked at it, probably not.
Okay. Yeah, I'm playing 2 other mobile games right now. I'm playing Clash of Clans, and then actually I streamed Tactical Monsters on Twitch as well, to go back to the other question. We're doing some tournaments right now, because Tactical Monsters actually has a sandbox mode for guilds. So we kind of had our own clan tournament on Saturday morning. Or Sunday morning. So we're going to be doing more Tactical Monsters on Twitch too. But yeah, I'm playing 2 other mobile games. I don't need another one. I'm happy with these ones. And then I have some random like tower defense ones and whatnot just to pass time if I need to. The Nathan H. question, what are your favorite squads on Territory War defense?
I can't give that out.
What do you mean? You stream it.
Territory Wars?
No, I guess you don't. You stream offense sometimes. You haven't streamed Territory War offense in a while, have you?
For a specific reason.
Okay.
All right, so far I applied for the game one. The senior product manager, I'm going to go do the product the lead product manager? Is that the one? Is that the one we decided on?
I think that they basically said apply for everything, so.
Okay, well, I'm on it, guys. I'm doing it right now.
There you go.
Let's see what CG thinks of Ranger J 1999.
So we do defense. I'm pretty sure Loki. You probably can't talk about it, right? You guys have your organized defenses.
It's.
You don't
it's
have
not
to.
that
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm not gonna say like what our defense plans are coming up, but I mean, good place to look is that GAC history. I mean, a lot of the Territory Wars teams are the same as Grand Arena. So
yeah,
if you need ideas, that's going to be one place I would suggest looking. The standard, I don't know, factions and stuff like that, like droids and separatists and stuff like that, are all good starts.
Yeah,
I'm not sure where the context of the question's coming. If they need, how much GP the guild has. I mean, that all dictates what you can set on defense. So,
yep.
Would I farm a team just for Territory Wars? I don't know. I mean, I'd probably farm GAC and then just carry that over to Territory War defense.
Yeah. And my guild is lower than both of them. I know it's still a highish guild. It's 233 actually million GP. Which I know isn't at the highest end, like Loki and MC and TI are, but it's still, I think, relatively high overall for the scope of guilds. And our strategy is a little bit more casual on that front, where what we do on defense is every person has a different roster where we are. Like, it's not like everybody has everything. So our strategy is hold a team for Darth Revan on defense on the other side, right? So make sure you have something to kill a Darth Revan team, because we don't see too many gases, and gases can be taken apart in pieces if need be. Darth Revan's a little bit harder. So we tell everyone, make sure you have at least one team for offense that is Darth Revan counter. Even if it's your Darth Revan, if you have like a Padme or a Grievous or something that can beat the Darth Revan, then throw your Darth Revan on defense for sure. And then everything else you can kind of just adjust based on your own roster. Safe stuff for offense, safe stuff for defense. We give a little more freedom to each player because our rosters are so various in our guild that it's hard to create kind of like a consolidated wall for anything. So we give a little more leeway in. But
all right,
each one is different.
I've applied.
All right.
Checking.
No
all right,
problem,
so
Tara.
I just got, thank you for applying. Got it. All right, so I should get more emails here. Let me look here. Thanks for applying for the game designer. We'll review your application, route to you for skills, matches, or any other positions. Surely the EA team. Okay, we've done it.
If Kara wants any other kind of shout out, just let us know. We love talking to you guys and whatnot. So, let's see. Next question. Nathan H. question: how should you mod a Padme squad with 3PO for Arena?
If you're taking out Darth Revan, I mean, there's fast Padme. I mean, Padme is health and speed. Fluctuates on those numbers. I mean, Kenobi is going to be defense, right? Lots of health, protection. Your heavy hitters like Anakin or Ahsoka are going to be, depending on the level, crit chance, crit damage, or offense. C-3PO, I always mod him with potency and speed. Just have him going as fast as he can, getting that potency and hitting those big stuff. Oh, they're the other ones. Thank you for the lead product manager and senior product manager. Thank you. I've done it. So we'll keep that in. We'll keep that going for you guys. I'll keep track of what is happening with this company.
There you go. Okay. Yeah. Darth Scion question: will you be doing the Twitter question of the night again? Is one of my favorite things each Wednesday. Love you all, RSG, and hope you're staying safe. I think we will. So I'll be frank with you guys about the Twitter question, right? We do the Twitter question. We normally get about 5-6 responses and whatnot. And I know that it's because it's such a short window. So yeah. I'm trying to figure out how we can do this so it's a longer term thing where you guys can respond to a fun question that we have. It may be a question of the week. Something like that. Again, we did that once. We got a little bit of a better response. So we're open to ideas. We like the Twitter question of the night again also. But just trying to figure out a way to make it better. So right now it's on a little bit of a hiatus, but we'll bring it back in some kind of new form. We want to make it more fun for you guys too. When there's only like so many people responding, we're more than happy to do it still, but hoping that there's a better way we can do it, right? So it's always kind of just
I wish
feedback
I could get
and
it to come up.
Jesus. Perfect timing.
We want to make sure that if something is working, but maybe not as well as we want, that we find a kind of a different way to approach it. So it will be back. So no worries there.
Yep,
it's just
we're open
we're trying. We'll probably try something a little different with those two. Gav P question: are CG a trickster genie who twists our wishes into the opposite of what we want? You want rock paper scissors? We give it to you. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say to that.
Nothing more need be said, Finn.
I mean, yeah. That's pretty much correct.
Yeah.
They've incompletely done several things that we have requested, and it's been a pattern for them. So, Miniature Amikaze, question for Ranger: what is this I hear you are making videos with Cubs? First Finn breaks my heart, now you. How did I break his heart?
I don't know. Cubs asked, and I went and jumped on and did it. You know, I'll work with any content creator. You know, I don't have any ill will or stuff like that. I mean, if Mobile Gamer asks,
you're going to give me ADD with all these little interruptions.
You think you got ADD, brother? Shit. We're the ones that happen to us live when it happens, and we're trying to talk when it's happening. I'm in the same guild with Mobile Gamer and Xylo. We do stuff with the Skate Podcast. I'll jump on any stream and do stuff with content creators. I enjoy it. I enjoy meeting other people. So if I get the opportunity, I'm going to do it. Mobile Gamer said, "Hey, jump on a stream." I'm like, "Okay." And Paul says, "Hey, we need you this week for the Skate Podcast." Okay. I enjoy it, whether it's Operation Metaverse or, doing what I do with the Alliance stream Sundays with Remon and good old Maurice. It's just fun, man. I just enjoy interacting with the community in any way I can and get our name out there. I'm going to do it,
Yeah.
That's
There we go. Next question. Grande Verga, question for Loki. Do you have any murking tips? I keep hitting the weekly, bi-weekly timer.
As far as timing wise, I normally do it. Is it like right after territory battle and then like right after territory war where there's that little window? And again, it all depends on your guild too. I mean, if you can time it to where you can do your guild's raids, the timing works, and then when the big events are done, get it done real quick, come back. There's really, to me, it's not really a trick. It's just if the timing works with your guild, and then all the resets on the calendar and stuff like that. So, that's what I do. I'm able to max it out. And one thing about murking too is you can just get the top spot too, because in my guild, I struggle to stay in the top 10, right?
Yeah.
Where all the real good rewards are. So when you go murk, even if I miss my main guild, sometimes it's worth it so I can nab the top 3 spot or something like that or whatever. So.
Okay. Right. Then next question, Darsion question. My opinion on the Galactic Legends event, you pay for a Ferrari, and when you see it, it's actually a Hugo. For what it costs to obtain these characters, there should be more and no cutscenes. Here's where I disagree with you. You're not paying for the event. You're paying for the character. The event is the means by which you get to that end goal, right? But you are ultimately paying for the character itself. And the question is the character a quality character? If your complaint is about the event, right, that's your fun on getting there, right? But you're actually going to buy the character with your money. So
yeah, Rey is definitely a Ferrari, and Kylo's a Lamborghini. I mean, they're top notch. You get what you pay for in that regard. But the process and everything else leading up to it, I mean, the end product is good. Everything up to getting that, it's like you're going through all this additional paperwork and headache and nonsense just to get this character, and having to fork out additional money for it. You're going to get a good product at the end, but you're just like, Jesus Christ. It's like, can I just get that damn character, for God's sakes?
Yeah, it's really end game too, though, right? I mean, a lot of us have been playing this game forever, The requirements, like I've had a Gear 12 Holdo and Rose and Zeta and all that for a long time. So it's not really meant for the new player that's been playing for like a year and a half. And they put all the packs in there to entice you to speed up your farming. But the content like this is like a 4-year grind, right? That's what they did. And
That's
then,
a good
you
point.
know, it is what it is, unfortunately. The newer players are going to struggle. If you're in an arena shard with a bunch of 4-year-old whales nabbing those top spots, then it's unfortunate. But even if you get the character, you're still behind on the gear and the relics and the mods, so it's tough.
Okay, then we'll go to the next question. So Dreamy Mushroom asked about the job postings. Yeah, we talked about that.
I handled that. I put 3 jobs in. Think I got a good shot. We'll see what happens. Go for it.
Okay, and then we got a question about.
But then I have to move to California and.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, next question.
We got a question from Darcy1972 asking what video you were on with Cubs. If you want to explain kind of, because it wasn't a video, right? It was more his stream and stuff.
No, it was both. So Cubs,
Okay.
when he does streaming now, he streams mainly on Twitch. So I joined him for like 3 hours yesterday. We were just hanging out, doing fun stuff and just hanging out and everything. In the middle of that, with whoever he's got on, he will do a video that he records, right? And he does it live for people to watch. And then he puts that out. So there's actually a video of me and Cubs that's on his channel. That's a video of the team we're talking about. We're talking about Ray and this team and some caveats and things of that nature. So you can check that out. Yep.
Okay. Next question. Nightmare. Question at Affinity. Is Arena a right or a privilege? I love your take on it, although I disagree with you about it to a certain extent. Please elaborate on how it's okay for 30 players to dictate Arena payout. Okay. So, Nightmare asked this question in Discord, and the way I view it is that Arena, like everything else, is a privilege, but it's a right for you to make other people miserable if they're blocking you for an unreasonable amount of time.
Right.
Basically, all the stuff that we're doing is a constant first come, first serve type thing. Right? Arena is basically you get into your position and then you try to hold it. The only reason why you work with other people is to make your life less miserable. That you're working with people that may not hit you as often. You're working with them at different payouts, so you're not hitting them at odd times when they're going for their payout, and you know each other's schedules and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of
Bimatsu just subscribed. Thank you, Bimatsu.
Thank you, Bimatsu. So it's kind of it's a give and take a little bit, right? And Bimatsu used his Twitch Prime, so thank you very much, Bimatsu, for using your Twitch Prime. But we know that the way that it works is you work with other people to make your life less miserable. Otherwise, if you really wanted to, you could try to hold the number 1 position all the time, right? But it's still a privilege to get it because you have to have the gear, you have to have the mods, you need to be able to beat people, you need to make it so that they want to work with you, just like everything else. So if they don't give you the ability to move up, right, it is then your right in this game as part of Arena to try and get to that number 1 spot. And if they don't allow you to do so, then it is your right to make it miserable, right? No one is just granted a right to be number 1 in Arena.
No. It's a competitive
right?
thing. And and I think just to throw something in here, every shard's different, right? Like for my shard, we work really well together. We try to get people involved. We're more than willing to let somebody new come in, and if they show that they can consistently do it, or they want to try to, we'll give everybody a shot, right? There's people we have on a hit list that just do not want to, and that's their right to not want to be part of the shard. If they try to do some stupid stuff, then we all work together to kick their ass out. Mainly because we reached out to them multiple times and said, look, we'll work with you. Just what's your payout time, and we'll work with you. And but that's their thing too. And I think everybody's shard experience is different, right? people in my shard, even if they get the new characters, will still work with you in saying, yeah, I'll make my team weak, go ahead and climb and stuff. We had a guy doing that today, Mufasa, who I have to shout out because he has the Kylo team, man. It's decked out, Relic 7, just, it's like, good lord. We have problems beating it. So he's like, no, at that time, I'll just make it, after my payout for you guys, I'll put Hermit Yoda in. So, we were like, yay! And you can do that, but that's because we have that working relationship. But it's not a guaranteed, right? You're not guaranteed anything. The reason ours works is because we're working together. But anybody can change their mind and say, no, I just want to go for one every day. And that's all right. It's a competitive thing. Getting the top spot for their payout is what they want. Then that's what they get to do. And then I can hate it all I want, but I mean, if they're spending the time and resources in it, that's what they get to do. Some people like to work together, some people don't, and you just have to understand. The thing about Arena that sucks so much is that it's the tip of the spear of this game in the sense that it's because of the crystals. That's the reason why that makes it so ridiculous, right? GAC is a lot more fun because it's not just one team, it's multiple teams, right? You can mix and do all kinds of stuff. TW is kind of a little bit like that. I mean, there's different things you have to use different teams for and stuff, but Arena is just it's the tip of the spear. If you don't have it, you don't really have a chance of participating because you just don't have the team to do it. And for a long time, free to play could do it. But if you're not getting these Galactic Legends, Arena, man, it's just the way it is. You have to accept it. These people paid, and for the Arena part and the Arena part only, they are going to have an advantage. They paid for that advantage, and that's just the way it is until you get your own character caught up. I mean, that's just the system that CG's put in place, and you just have to adapt to it and do the best you can with it.
And I'm basing my opinion on exactly what it is. It's a system that CG put in place.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the most ideal thing, right? I think ideally everyone would work together and try to get everyone that can get rank 1, whatever highest payout they can get, avoid stepping on toes and all that, right? But there are plenty of shards that will block it off, especially long-time shards, because they're used to their payouts and they don't want to interrupt it at this point, right? So they're going to be more hesitant, and they'll be willing to drop you a little bit more. It's just unfortunately part of the territory, right? So it's why I'm saying that it's not necessarily a right, because no one should just be able to say, yeah, I have X team.
Yeah, I've been here longer.
I get to get rank 1.
I get to keep you out of the top, like what neighbors say, top 20. Sorry, that ain't the deal, yo. Everyone has a right to those payouts. You can be cooperative and work together and stuff and things. But if you're in a shard like Nightmare and they're not, as we said, nail their ass. Work with other players. Yep. That you have as much right to those crystals as they do.
The privilege is given because it makes their life easier. Right. So you have a right to compete for that spot. You don't have a right to the spot, but you have a right to compete for that spot. And so if they're not giving you the privilege of making it easier, then make their life a living hell. That's the way to do it. Or, I mean, first you can try being nice, right? And see if they're willing to do that. If they're not willing to do it just by being nice, then you make their life a living hell, and then you force them to give you that privilege because they no longer have this cushy comfort, right? And you attack them at odd times. You attack them when it's close to their payout or when you know they're about to climb like 1 or 2 hours earlier, and then force them to use crystals, which right now, in order to gear up the Galactic Legends and stuff, is pretty expensive. So you need all of your crystals. So, yeah. So.
All right.
Okay. Let's see. Next question is. We had a lot of questions come in. So next question, Kane77, is Crazy Excuse is still there? Yes. To my knowledge, yeah. I
haven't talked to her in a while. I've checked in her. I checked in her a couple months ago. She was doing good, and I was kind of laughing, joking.
Yeah, I need to check in and see how she's doing with all the Corona stuff. Ouchie question: do we think CG's Fenn's goodbye message had some sarcasm in there when he mentioned being excited about Galactic Legends? Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Nightmare question: missing out on the new Kylo Ren and Rey, is it better to skip farming for them and think about the next set of legends, or like getting my OT Rebels up, or should I still pick one of the new Galactic Legends and go for it?
I think you just slow played one of the Galactic Legends. I mean, here's the deal. We don't know what's in the future. We may never get a Galactic Legend again. I mean, we don't know what CG's going to do. So, assuming that it's going to be a Galactic Legend Luke, logically it makes sense. There is no guarantee in the world that that's going to be the thing, right? As I keep telling people with their accounts, progress your account like you should. Work on the teams that you know that you need as you work up. Gas, Darth Rev, and stuff like that. Get that stuff done. Round out your teams so you can help more TW and TB and do better at GAC, working on your mods. When you get to that point where it's time to work on those Galactic Legends, just slowly work on them, right? That's just all there is to it. Pick one you want. Work on them, because once you do, you're going to be all in on those things. So just keep working on your account. You know, like Finn's working on gas. He's finishing gas. That's the right play. You know, he's not just jumping right into Galactic Legends. It's better for Finn to finish gas and get that Team Relic squared away than it is for him starting the Galactic Legends. You know, we tell that to people all the time. If you already have a Darth Revan and gas, you haven't finished them, finish those guys first. Galactic Legends is going to be here for a while. They ain't going nowhere. They're permanently there. When you've got those teams in place, then go for it, right? You set yourself up for success. That's the best thing to do.
Yeah, farm the counters for the Galactic Legends too, because as time goes on, there's going to be counters for them.
Oh, it's not looking too good on that front, Loki. I mean, I've seen some horrifying stuff. People trying all kinds of crazy things, and
no, there's some decent stuff on YouTube that's been published.
I know, but these aren't fully relic rays and ultimates and stuff, man. I mean,
sure.
I have a bad feeling about this, Loki. I'm just thinking about some of this.
We just got out of a territory war with Ma 1, man. So we've seen it already, and it's it's not everybody's in shock. It's funny, but that's the way it's going. So I mean, to your point, farm those counters. I mean, the counters are going to consist of the teams that Ranger mentioned anyway. So
yeah,
it's not a bad idea to keep that in the back of your mind. But yeah, I wouldn't do the Galactic Legends at all if you don't have the standard GAC and territory war teams and all that stuff.
Yeah, you need your Padme team. You need those Separatists. You need Gas. You need Darth Revan and Jedi Knight Revan. I mean, just work on those teams. It just naturally progresses you to the point to where you can then start working on Galactic Legends. Because once you go down that path, forever will the control of your destiny.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question from Utah. Question: who's not wearing pants?
I'm wearing pants.
No comment.
Finn's wearing shorts. I
shorts.
saw. Yeah, shorts. I know Finn's wearing shorts.
No comment.
And he's wearing shorts, green shorts. I saw him.
No comment. Jasa, question: roster review in my future?
Anytime. You get message Finn. That's the way we do it on here. Roster reviews. You want a roster review, sweetie? Get that shit to Finn, and we'll get that in there. Anybody can get a roster review. We don't charge a dime.
Okay.
Practicing your Saintly Red over there, Finn? Yep. Yeah.
Yep. Next question is from Nightmare. Question: Ranger, is your favorite TW team Newt, Django, Watt, Nest, Malik?
No, I don't like that team.
Malik and wow, that kills a couple of teams there.
Well, it does, but I mean, if you think about TW just in general, you put certain teams down, but you still have a lot of offense.
Yeah, because you only need 4 instead of 8, like you do in GAC. So
yeah,
you can sacrifice a team, but sacrificing a Darth Revan team without Malik, that's a
little.
Yeah, that's a big sack.
I mean, it's a strong team, but I mean, if you think that's going to be good on defense, then I don't know what to tell you. Some counters to that. I mean, really, it comes from not GA or TW now. It's for I don't know what you're doing, how it is for you. We're basically both sides are full clearing each other. It just comes down to efficiency. So it's about having those strong counters to react to the zones, right, and how you control that. So the less screw ups you have is basically what it comes down to, because everybody is getting full cleared. In my level of G and TW, so it's more about efficiency. And if you win, did you win by 18 or did you win by 20? In ships, did you get the full 22? That's where it comes down to. That's where the rubber meets the road. It's not about you run into a zone where you're like, oh no, it's its team, we can't beat it. No, we beat it. It's just how efficient we are at beating it. So we see Gas or Darth Revan or anything like that, we know exactly what to do, and it's just how efficient we can. And things happen. Like, I mean, 9 times out of 10, my Basla team will beat a Grievous team. But this 2 TWs ago, I went in there against a Grievous team and killed everybody, and somehow I lost because Grievous went haywire. I just had Grievous left. I was like, what the piss? Like, that never happens, but it happened. So yeah.
Okay. Next question. Kara Elder. Question,
Hey.
do any of you play MSF, and why or why not?
No.
I do not.
I don't play it. I'm
I
a
don't.
huge Marvel dork. I love Marvel. I mean, from X-Men all the way up. I used to collect the comics. Love that stuff. But the game, I looked at it and it just didn't appease to me. I mean, I played it for a little bit and I just like, no, this just doesn't work. It was too much of a cash grab for me again after dealing with what I dealt with Galaxy Heroes. I just saw the trend, and then I've thought about it here or there, maybe doing Mole Strike Force again, but starting from scratch and then just seeing some of the recent stuff that's been going on in that game, I'm like, yeah, no, not interested.
Okay. Next question. What else 73 question? If you make it to a tele interview, can you record or stream it for us so we can see the looks on their face when it's Ranger J 1999 that they're interviewing?
I don't think they would go for that. No.
Wolfbell question: who would Ranger want to be interviewed by? CG Fedora Hat or CG Top Cash?
No, I want CG Crazy Excuses. Like, hey
There you
girl,
go.
what's going on?
Nightmare question: why is Loki so nice compared to other TI members?
Loki's just nice no matter where he is. He's smooth like malt liquor.
He's the sexy Buddha for a reason.
Yeah, man. He just Loki. God damn
it. And like McVenom likes to say, Honey Badger don't give a crap. That's the way it was. Oh, I have to say it like her. Honey Badger don't give a crap. There you go.
That's right.
I'm already dead. Minister
dead.
Nakashi.
That was your sound bit right there.
Question for Loki. You struggle to get top 10 in... Do you struggle to get top 10 in Heroic Sith Raid? I don't normally have that issue. I always tend to be top 3 or close to it.
I mean, no. I mean, our guild. He's in my guild. That's why. But it's if you miss one phase or if you miss that entry point, I mean, it just all goes to crap.
It's same thing in my guild.
the other
Like
guys-
you've got
the
to
other
be
guys
like
are-
waiting right there. 3, 2, 1, go. Like you have got to be in there doing phase 1 and timing it and just running, because if you don't, next thing you know it's phase 2 and you're like, crap, I missed phase 1. Well, they just went top 10. Like I got 5 last raid, and that's just because I had a crappy first phase 1 run.
Right.
But yeah, it's just the way it is, man. It's Jesus. If you're not on it like a blue bonnet, you lose out. And so
yeah, that's why I like to go merc sometimes, because then you can take your time, because the guys are like, okay, go kill it. Okay, great, I got an hour to do it, instead of 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's intense, and then that raid's over fast now. I mean, before you know it, you're just seeing the messages.
Yeah, we need
phase
a new raid.
2's done. Phase 3's done, and you're like,
Did you guys see on Reddit the solo? What was it? The solo Kylo? I think was it soloed phase 1 by himself or something like that.
Oh, I have no doubts
And
about
then-
that. Whatever.
Yeah, and then there was another screenshot I saw. It was like phase 1 and phase 2 soloed by First Order.
Yeah.
With the new Kylo, so I mean, he's definitely got a place in this game, and he's breaking.
Ray's going to be doing the same shit, She know that because she's going to be sitting there.
I tried my Ray. It's not that great because she doesn't do a lot of damage.
Not yet.
The whirlwind, that little whirlwind thing she doesn't affect raid bosses. But Kylo just does a crap load of damage. There's nothing you can do about it, and he's breaking the raid right now.
Well, I think once you get her ultimate and stuff, that'll, you'll start laying some damage down. They'll figure a team out. You'll see Ray doing some same nonsense here soon enough. It'll be like, oh Lord.
All right, next question. The Honkler question: who is Finn's favorite COVID-19 TV doctor? I'm Team Oz.
No, I'm not Team Oz.
I am Fauci.
I'm totally down with Fauci.
Oh yeah, that guy's badass, man.
Mm-hmm. Nightmare question: has anyone seen Tiger King yet?
No.
No, I haven't yet, but I do want to watch that. It looks interesting.
Nightmare question: who to Zeta first, Hux or Sith Trooper? Sith Trooper.
Yes, he's nasty.
He has more versatility.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
would
'cause
you? Loki?
you can run them with a crew. Yeah, no, because you can run them with a crew lead
Yep.
too. The red guy's good. I would say to him first.
There you go. Miniature Namikaze question from Millennial Finn. How can you say that things are more expensive now, considering that one of these Galactic Legend tunes are less expensive than what Remon spent on one tune for the tournament days? So I said this before.
That's a little bit of an outlier.
Well, keep in mind
cheaper than Cassian's Ewing. How about that?
Yeah. Well, no, keep the cost of a character in this game has gone up and down for a while. And it actually went down quite a bit under Carry. And it's starting to go back up now. Because if you remember, when it first started, every character was in friggin' chromium. And then they brought out a rhodium, where it was 100% RNG, with characters never being moved into free-to-play. I'm sure Loki and Ranger remember that. You guys remember when the first characters came out, freaking like Sunfac was stuck in chromiums or a rhodium, and then Rex was a rhodium.
And then Rex.
I wish I could get it to come up.
You know, Rex is still not farmable. Don't you got to farm him through the ship's currency or something like that? It's weird.
Yeah, I think he's fleet only.
To this day. I mean, it's kind of odd. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But at least he was far. At least you could use a currency to get him. But yeah,
B2 battle droid, man. In a
oh my God, there were so many, and
GL
the amount that Remont spent in order to get Darth Maul when he was first put into chromiums, right? So the game was actually more expensive at the beginning. It went down since then quite a bit, where it's only like $300 now for a character, like a marquee character, right? Not the special ones, but just in general, the marquees are about 300 versus like the few thousand they were when the game first started.
Yep.
Tournaments was kind of a weird thing that they were trying. It turned out to be a huge cash grab. Then they went over to the ally tokens, and then ally tokens were being used a lot and gotten and stuff, and then they realized that people were cheating and they just dropped it altogether. So tournaments is kind of like its own separate thing that just happened a little bit and then went just gone because it was a failure of a concept. And now it's going back up with the Galactic Legends, in particular, because they accelerate. Again, I go back to this because this is the key point for all of this money stuff that's been going on. They accelerated going from Gear 12, 5 out of 6, to Relics. Because they quickly went from Gear 12, 5 of 6, to Gear, the 6th piece of gear, letting you get to Gear 13, and then going from 13 to Relic 7. They pushed that in such a short amount of time that people didn't have near enough gear at that time, so they were forced to buy in order to max out characters, which is what a lot of people do for their arena, and then they do it for their GIC, and then they do it for their TW, and then they do it for the new TB that came out. So they increase all of their money grab from that, and now they're introducing characters that require you to get things at Relics where people just haven't had time to do it. So the cost of the game has actually gone up quite a bit, maybe not quite as bad as the early part of the game. Again, I'm ignoring tournaments because tournaments was kind of an aberration event failure thing that happened in the middle, but it's getting close to the amount that was spent at the beginning of the game, even though it had dipped, and now it's back. So all of this is actually pretty bad now. So,
all right,
we'll see. Next question is from Jedi Gunny. Let me do one more last check. This is the last refresh of questions that I'm gonna do. So we have 3 questions left. Jedi Gunny question: best way to mod Galactic Legend Kylo? Getting close with almost 10 of 12 done. So hoping to do the event by the end of the month. So what is the best way to mod? Crit damage.
Crit damage, potency, probably. Speed secondaries. But you need that guy hitting hard. I mean, his AoE hits hard. His stun irresistible?
Yes.
It's not, right? But
it is irresistible. It's not.
It is irresistible.
Well, I faced one with that Mufasa one.
That thing hits hard, man. Like,
it hits hard. Like he immediately stunned my gas for 2 rounds. I was like, God damn.
Exactly. Yeah, if it's irresistible, then maybe you don't need potency on him. But I mean, definitely like crit chance, then crit damage. You need that dude to just hit hard when he can. He's got the big AoE and the big stun. He hits hard, man, and that's what you got to do.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay.
He's the perfect raid character, is what he is. Mm-hmm. He's perfect.
Yeah. Let's see. Next question is EXO. What are the best raid teams, less Galactic Legends? For which raids? The different raids have different ones.
I mean,
Jedi Knight Revan to me is still one of the best ones in all of them, but
yeah, for phase 2,
Yeah.
still I get 30% easily with that team.
Yep.
Still.
Gas
or
gas and-
Shock T clones. Phase 1 is really
Yeah.
good too. Phase 3
Night
is still.
Sisters are still good.
They're good for phase 4. Phase 3 for the Heroic Sith raid is still my Revan team. God, I get so much damage from that team.
Yep.
For like the Hat raid, I mean, Jesus, pick a team and start just.
Hat, I think it's still Jedi Knight Revan with Anakin.
You can do that. I still use the Rey one.
It's just solo.
Yeah, I just do.
Yeah.
I still use the Rey one now that she's relics and stuff. I mean, it's really ridiculous. You know, Rey, CLS with Finn, BB-8, and I'm trying to think of who's the other one. Finn, I think I go with. I'm trying to think who's the other one on that I'm using. GTR, BB-8, Finn, CLS. I don't remember who I'm using on that team. I want to say it's not R2. Oh, C-3PO. I use C-3PO on that team. So there's variations. I mean, the Hat raid's easy to solo now, especially with the relic characters. I mean, it's stupid. But yeah, those are some of the things. I mean, there's other teams out there you can find and stuff, but those are the kind of the main ones you see. Typically,
Yeah, they need to put a sim button for the tank raid already.
I do.
Yeah.
The thing's awful.
And then last question, Nathan H. Question: Who is your favorite Joker in the movies? He's passed away, but Heath Ledger. I would go.
Yeah, I mean, I
still got to go Jack, man.
I love Jack. He played more of the clown
Yeah.
kind of thing. Still great performance. Heath Ledger was. Yep. Heath Ledger's Joker is more to what the Joker was for me. But there's still 1A, 1B. I still think I give the slight edge to Heath Ledger, but I can't forget about Jack Nicholson's Joker. Some of his lines in there are just some of the best ever. What kind of a man dresses as a bat to steal all my press? Just fantastic. All right, anything else, Finn?
Mine is still. It's not a movie one, but mine is still Cesar Romero.
That's a classic one, yeah.
No, they had classic movies though. I mean, they had
That's
those
the Batman movies.
Yeah, I know, but he's still like the TV series one, right? Because to me, my favorite. I love that TV show too much because I would say Cesar Romero is my favorite Joker, and
what about
Adam
Mark
West is my
Hamill
favorite
as the
Batman.
Joker? That was still pretty good stuff too. Every time he did, people forget Mark Hamill did the voice of the Jokers, so in the Batman animated shows and stuff. So there's a lot to pick from.
Yeah. So. Yep. And that's it for questions.
All right. I have to switch over. Give me a second because I'm go to the other side. All right, let's get to the Gold VIPs. There they are. Dun, 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 dun. These are our Gold VIPs. We appreciate all our VIPs and people that are on Patreon and sponsors and everything like that. But, these folks give a little bit more, and we just want to shout them out for their support of RSG. They help keep the lights on and things happening. So just a little nudge in their favor saying, hey, thank you guys for doing what you guys do. Couldn't do it without you. So thank you guys. And then for the end, let me get to that. Let me do this. All right, there you go. You can see all the stuff here. You guys know when we stream live. We do the lunch stream every day. We do streams with other streamers. We do other games. We have this stream. We've got the Jedi Academy do on Saturdays. Lots of games during the week. Besides Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, but you get plenty of good content with Star Wars Galaxy Heroes with that. Make sure you do us a favor, check out our Discord. Great group of people there. If you haven't hit the thumbs up already, please do. It's always appreciated. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We're trying to push for 5K subs one at a time. We'll get there eventually. My golly, we're going to do it. Dang nabbit. So if you haven't subbed already, please do. Thank you to everybody for your donations tonight with the super chats and the bits and just everything you guys did. It's super duper appreciated. Can't thank you guys enough for your support. It means the world to us. And we'll be back tomorrow for the lunch stream. We'll get that going and rocking and rolling. So if you want to check that out, you can. You can check out our Patreon page. If you'd like to support us through Patreon, you can. Our YouTube link is there. You can see some of the stuff where we do our live streams. Just as a taste. There's other stuff there. Doing a lot of stuff on Twitch now too. We have our the Twitch channel up and running, having a lot of fun over there, doing Marbles and Don't Starve Together and Human Fall Flat and Borderlands 3 with the new DLC. Then Sundays we do D&D on YouTube. We just do lots of fun stuff, especially now, keeping you guys entertained. So thank you, Skewers, for all your support. We really appreciate it. So with that, we're going to call this one done. On behalf of myself and the crew, thank you guys so much for being here. Be safe, wash your hands, look out for one another, follow directions. Social distancing is important. So you guys be cool, and we will catch you later. Peace out.
Head on to the Discord if you want to chat for a little bit after.